Hello everyone, my name is Anita, I'm a native Russian speaker and I teach Russian to foreigners. And today I would like to discuss a common mistake that people usually do when they learn Russian is to translate the sentences like there is, there are, literally. So, for example, let's take the sentence, there are many people in the park. So usually people know that there is там. So, for example, он живет там. He lives there. But you know, right? So, там is their location. He lives there. Он живет там. And туда is their direction. Он пошел туда. He went there. And so, like, people usually use like там, and then this R is like, they're translating as есть. So, там есть. For example, много людей в парке. But in English, we need this placeholder, there are, or there is. In Russian, we do not need it. So basically, what we need in such contexts, in the sentences which are abstract, so there is no context, right? So we are introducing some new topic, new subject. So we should start with putting the settings. And settings are like the adverbs or like adverbial phrases about location and time. So in fact, you should start not with like there are, there is in Russian, but we should start with the location. So here, the park. So you should say like in the park, в парке. So it's ye because it's location, prepositional case, в парке. Then много людей. So there are many people in the park, it's в парке много людей. And no placeholders, right? And we need много, it's many, and людей is genitive plural of люди, of people. So after quantifiers, много, мало, like we use genitive plural form. So в парке много людей. We need to introduce the location. And for example, if you have some time, сегодня, for example, сегодня в парке много людей. So basically, you can put both to the first position. You can say сегодня в парке много людей. Today in the park there are many people. Or в парке сегодня много людей. But like the difference is subtle, but still, if you put сегодня to the first position, it means that you're focusing that today. Сегодня в парке много людей. So it's сегодня. Today, not like yesterday. And if you put like in the park to the first position, you're focusing on that in the park, not somewhere else. В парке, а не в саду, not in the garden. Right? And for example, if you want to use the past tense, you should add the neuter gender, like было, right? Сегодня в парке было много людей. So было. In impersonal constructions, we use either the neuter gender, like here было, or we also use they form, они. So, for example, somebody called me, мне позвонили. So, like, they called me. So, we don't have this somebody in the sentence usually. You just use мне позвонили. Or even if in the basic construction, как тебя зовут? What is your name? So, basically, it's how do they call you? So, impersonal construction, yes? So, either they construction or like here, we need было. В парке было много людей. So it was neuter gender. And you should keep in mind that it's not like были много людей. Because много людей is plural, right? But we are introducing these people. It's not like we are not speaking that they've done something. We are just introducing them. So we need just impersonal construction. Not в парке были много людей, but в парке было много людей. Like it was. Something like this. So this было should not agree with numeral construction много людей or два человека, two people. And also about the word order. You can also say, for example, в парке много людей сегодня. So basically, here the word order of these adverbial phrases really depends on the context, on the intonation. But if you have these two adverbial phrases в парке and сегодня at the first position, so в парке сегодня много людей or сегодня в парке много людей, So basically, usually we emphasize the first adverbial construction. So сегодня в парке много людей. So you're saying like сегодня, not вчера. Or if it's в парке сегодня много людей, so in the park. There are many people today. But if you put one construction to the beginning and one construction to the end, usually the construction that in the end is focused. So like basically the structure is like that. So in the beginning we have topic, something that we are introducing, the settings, and in the end of the sentence we have something new information. So like we focus on something new. So if you say в парке много людей сегодня, it means that в парке много людей сегодня, а не вчера, not yesterday. So basically what you do, you're introducing the topic в парке and you're focusing on the last adverbial phrase. В парке много людей сегодня. So in fact, this topic about the word order, intonation is just another topic and it's another long video, and I don't want to make things complicated, but what I want to tell you that you cannot just translate these sentences with there is, there are, literally. So I hope this video was useful for you, and if you have any questions, you can write in the comments, I will read and answer. And if you don't want to miss the next videos, you can subscribe to my channel, because I'm recording the videos almost every day, and I have a Russian podcast where I speak Russian slowly. Also, I have some phonetic lessons where I show how to articulate and pronounce the sounds in a correct way. I also discuss Russian in a foreign media, so that you cannot just blindly trust Russian in foreign films. And I have also Russian grammar videos recorded in English, as this one, for example. So thank you very much for watching this video again. Пока-пока, bye-bye.